Okay, greetings everyone, and welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the Truth. I want to thank all my viewers, my curiosity seekers, visitors, my new subscribers. Please share, like, and subscribe. And don't forget, watch a commercial or two. It help a brother out. Is that too much to ask? Well, I just recently, as you can see, the lighting is getting better. The lighting is getting very good. Real quick, I'm going to show you something. I don't know if you can see it all, but that is my light source now. And I got it from Sharpie. But as you see, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just what happens to me in the universe. But whenever I order something online, they always screw up something. I remember when I ordered a laptop. I figured, what the hell? It was cheap. That always should be your first clue when something is cheap. So I ordered the laptop, and when it came, it was so old that it had the kind of jack to it that, it had a lot of prongs to it that you plug into it. And it was heavy. I was thinking I'd get one of these computers, laptops that you walk around with one hand and you can do what you got to do with it like that. That was my idea of what type of laptop I was getting. But this thing was like a dinosaur. And then, it locked me out. I couldn't open it. I took it to places and tried to wipe it out, and no one. It was so old that no one knew how to wipe it out. So I got so frustrated. I did a video on it. I got so frustrated. I took a hammer, just bash, 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 and just smashed the hell out of it. 3,000 pesos, boom, just like that, smashing the hell out of that laptop. And then I bought the microphones, the portable microphones. I ordered like one, and they sent me like about three. And then, they didn't work all that good. I mean, you saw the results of those because a lot of you complained about my mic situation, which I understood because, it just wasn't happening the way, I expected it to happen as far as the microphone is concerned. And then, I became very leery of ordering stuff or, from this place. So, I needed lighting so bad. So I broke down and I bought the studio lighting setup. I bought two of them. And I figured, well, I bought a set. It had two lights, like the ones you saw there. But if you looked at it closely, it has a diffuser over the top. There's a bulb inside, it has a diffuser over the top. Well, the other one, they didn't put the diffuser over it. So it's straight up bulb. And I said, man, why? Why is it you can't get a perfect order from these places? So anyway, but as you can see, it has provided a little better lighting, and I really wanted this because this makes it easier for me to be consistent with the lighting in my videos. Now, I'm looking at some of the comments of what was sent to me, and again, I really appreciate the comments that are coming in. They're very encouraging. Like, I just posted one about mine doing something in church, and Raggy Jamrock said, Gerard, I thought you were going to deliver a sermon. It cracked me up. Well, that's pretty much what I did. I did a sermon on myself. I know more about myself than I do about the Bible. So anyway, I thank you for that. He also commented on Nikia, the girl from Mindanao, and she was a beauty, and she seemed to have her shit together, which is good. And she talked good about herself, about her business, her dream, and where she's going with it, and how she stumbled into that. So she was a good catch for me on my video, and the fact that she was next door, my dog walker, which is what she did, Rag Jam Rock said, I wish she was I wish I was your neighbor. And what did he say? He said, if I could turn back the hands of time, I'll be your next door neighbor. Sometimes whenever, it's something that I enjoy doing, even with older women, who I see, even here in the Philippines. I might see an older woman, and she's looking good, and so I tell them, girl, if I was 30 years younger, you would be mine. You know what I'm saying? And they get a laugh out of that. So which is sometimes that's how you feel, man. If I had the chance, I know I would have swooped you up. You wouldn't be by yourself today. I remember once I was walking by this. I was in the mall, and sometimes you can see you can see a woman who really has a stuff. I mean, a lady, a woman, very thin, very well dressed, very sharp. And we were walking in, and we were walking past Victoria's Secrets. A lot of you who don't know Victoria's Secrets, that's where you buy a lot of women's, sexy lingerie. A lot of great gifts for guys to buy their girls, or a place where strippers go to shop, when they can afford it. Otherwise, they go to these other little clip-off joints. But anyway, we were walking by, and what did I say to her? We passed at the store, and I said, oh, having flashbacks like this, and she said, but there was a time, and so we both started laughing because what she was saying was that there was a time when she did shop there, because the lingerie and what have you, and it made me laugh. That's why I say, I always say, I look at young girls, and I imagine how beautiful they're going to be when they grow up. I look at old women, and I think about, how beautiful they were when they were young, and it's just, it's just an innate thing that I do, you know what I'm saying? Because girls, I look around my circumference, I just simply say how much. No, I'm only kidding. But that's what I think, I look at them, I look at them, and I mean, there's nothing like little girls, James Brown did a song, "It's a Man's World," and said it ain't nothing without a woman or a little girl, And he's right. The Godfather soul, Mr. James Brown, I should say. He was right. There's nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? And so being able to appreciate them and see them, and still have them around you is a wonderful thing, man. I can't tell you how fortunate and how blessed I am, to be living the life I'm living and still be able to be with someone who allows me, who is indulging me, in my appreciating of God's gift, because women are truly God's gift to this world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very happy that that I'm with someone who can also enjoy that appreciation with me. Okay, so what I want to talk to you about is that we lost another housekeeper. She had gone to Dumagetti. She went to Dumagetti to work at SM. If you don't know what SM stands for, I think Super Mall or something like that. It's one of the biggest malls, chain malls. They're called SM. So I think they stand for Super Malls. So she went there to work. We were a little scary at first because she took the day off before then, and when the morning came, she didn't show up. So Mia was nervous, like where is she? Where is she? So I didn't know. Mia was worried for another reason, but I'm not going to go into that. But anyway, you know, Mia decided, well, she lived close by, so let me go see what's up. So Mia got on her scooter and she drove her to her house, and it was like right in the nick of time because this girl was packing up and she was ready to head on out to Cebu. So Mia was able to catch her, take care of the business that she had to take care of with her, and it worked out fine. She's now sending us pictures of her working in Cebu and what have you. And the fascinating thing about this housekeeper is that she had such a story of her life that I wanted to put it. I wanted to do like a documentary on her. For her to tell you about her life as a child in the Philippines, coming up in poverty. How her home bringing was. The type of life she was living, and the things that she had to do. Against her will. To be able to survive. And you know, she didn't talk English, so I had to find an interpreter, and I did. My best man's wife. You've seen her. Her name is Malin. She agreed to do the interpreting, but it was a matter. It's a matter of finding the right place to do it. And now I have these lights, and this is the type of setup that I wanted to have with her. Is that I wanted to have like the studio lightings, coming down and her in silhouette. So this way she could answer freely the type of answers that were truthful and without fear of someone knowing who she was. So that's what I wanted to do with her. And I told her I would pay her, and she had agreed. But again, like I said, I didn't want to do it without having the proper setting. I don't know, maybe going to a hotel room or a motel room and look like one of these hotel rooms, bring the lights, set it up where she's sitting like this. Hey, just like they do on any other, prime time type of interview or documentary, and that was my vision to want to do with her. So that didn't come about. Maybe one day it will whenever she comes back to the Philippines. But I could not believe the life as little as it was explained to me through Mia, what this girl had gone through, and so, I definitely wanted to, have her story down, but unfortunately I was not able to get it. Okay, so anyway, so speaking about housekeepers, so what Mia and I did, we were driving. Of course, we got a post on Facebook looking for a housekeeper. One girl who worked for us before said, can she apply for the job? And I said yes. Come on Sunday. And of course, in her grand old fashion, she did not show up. So she can X that because if you can't show up, to apply for a job after you said you were going to show up and apply for a job, well, very unlikely are you going to be reliable in the job. So, so what I did with Mia is that we were driving yesterday around Avalon, and I turned up this road, and her and I just started driving. She says, well, where are you going? And it's like, just wait. And so the first group of people we passed, I said, we were in the area where I play tennis at. And one of the vendors, there was a guy there. I said, amigo, like when you want someone to come, you go like this. Not like this, come here. And in the U.S., we go like this, or come here. Here in the Philippines, they go like this, come here. So I went like this, and he came, and so, of course, he can't speak English, but that's what Mia's for. I said, Mia, explain to him that we're looking for a housekeeper if he knows someone who wants a job. So she was able to talk to them. A woman came over, and they chatted a little bit, and then we drove off, and then we went to another vendor, and like this. And so on the way home, I came up with this idea. I said, shit, come on, let's go up into the mountains, because we're still in the same area of where we live in, so it wouldn't be too much of a stretch for someone to be able to get to work, every day if they wanted to. And so, we started driving up, and I started looking for pockets of people, and so pulled up and asked this first person, know someone's looking for a job, and I give my calling card, showing me my number, and say call it, and me talk to you like this. And so we drove a little further, and we ran into some people sitting outside, and my God, I don't know how many kids were outside. So I said to myself, if anyone needs a job, someone in this house needs a job. So I called them over, and then we started talking. We were in the street, and so the cars were coming by. It's a road that's not traveled very often. Not very often, but very much traffic. Because when you come off the main road and you start going up into the mountains, it's usually the people who only use the road, of course, naturally. But you can make a turn and you end up in a whole big barangay where there's 4, 5, 6 houses or families that live there. So I went up and turned around, and I decided in my mind, I said, I'm going to do a video here. So we turned around and parked, and I said, okay, Mia, take the camera, because I want to photograph all these kids, and so in the video, it's going, this little short clip, it's going to explain what I was just getting ready to explain to you, but check this video out, and I'll be right back. Everyone, welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Well, right now we're in Avalon. We are up in kind of like the mountains. We come up here looking for housekeepers. I figured we would just stop anywhere, ask anybody if they were wanting a job. And right now I run into all these children. Come here, children. Come here, children. Come here, come here. Look at all these children. Come here, come here. Oh, come. Look at all these children. Look at all these beautiful children. Look at all these children. Look at all these. Come. Look at all these darling Filipino children. Oh my God. Amigo, so what's your name? I'm gonna see. Oh, this is a girl. Her name is Frances. What's your name? Is what? Get them, Jalen? What's your name? Huh? Nicole. What's your name? Canyon. What's your name? Don't ask me to try to pronounce it. I have no idea. But I want to show you the beautiful children of the Philippines. This is something you can't do in my country. In my country, you just can't stop and pull over, talk to children, touch children, and love children. That's one of the beautiful things about going to a different country without all the different stereotypes and all the paranoias that we have in our country. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here. You can pan the house. This is where the family is. Well, you can say hello. Everybody wave. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. Okay. Say hello, Di. Okay, we want to thank Mia on the camera, and I'm gonna see if I can find some coins to give them. Okay, with that, I'll be right back. Wasn't that fun? I love children. One of the things that when I got out and I wanted to turn my life around, I didn't want to have any more children. But I knew that there were children out there that needed guidance and needed supervision and needed support. So that's why I started getting involved in youth organizations. I started getting in organizations. Not only that, but I started my own class. It was called A Classroom Without Walls. And what it was that it was my photography studio. But I had so many different things going on. My magazine, you could be a photographer, you could be a writer, be an interviewer. It had all these different aspects of it that anytime that you wanted to come in and work, you could. There was no set time. Sometimes people just wanted to, we call it stepping out of traffic. You're always going like this in traffic, and you want to break. So you just step out, you come by the studio. I'm sure there's something I could find you to do. So it was called A Classroom Without Walls. That was one of my visions that I did. And I got involved with a boxing organization, and I started doing things with boxing and boxers and etc. with the young people there. But um, uh, that's where I started, where I started doing things with children. I just love children. There's so many that need, you know, uh, positive influences in their life, and I felt, of course, I definitely could be that. That's why I have little nieces, kids who I know. Just like yesterday, I stopped and saw Ashley. You might have seen her on the video. I always call her my best student. And I stopped by to see her because, in my mind, she's expecting to see me. Whenever you get involved with the child's life, you want to be consistent. That's the whole thing about being here, is being consistent with other people. I do the same thing with old people. When old people come in my life, and we create this bond, and we love them, and they're happy to see me, I'm happy to see them, then I am consistent with wanting to see them or wanting them to be in my life. You know what I'm saying? So every now and then, I call it making rounds. Every now and then I'm going to stop and say hello. I'm going to stop and say, how you doing? Because all too often, somebody passes away. And by that time, it's too late. I was telling Mia, when I was in San Jose, California, I had an adopted family, and the mother, she was a good friend of mine. I love her. She always would cook for me and whatever. And although I moved on back to where I was moving to another part of the States, we always stayed in touch. And I would say, Mom, I'm gonna come see you. I would see you soon. I would get to see you. And this went on for a couple of years, a few years. I kept saying, "Well, come see her, come see her." And make a long story short, she passed away, and I was hurt. I was hurt that I didn't see her as I said I was going to see her. So I have old people here in the Philippines, who I just wanted to stop and just say hello. I don't care if our only contact was, I have this one old woman. Her name is Bebe. She's very old, and she just does her gardening in the morning. When I used to live over in Suberland, I used to stop there. Just hi, baby, hi, baby. Oh, I live next door to her. She has flowers, and we would talk, and like this, I would sit on her wall, and we would talk and whatever. So I had this bond with Baby. So me and I had stopped by a couple of times to see her, but if it's after 9 o'clock or something like that, she's inside. Because of the heat, like this or whatever. I don't know what type of health issues she has, but I want to see her. You know what I'm saying? Just to say hello, just to let her know, I'm okay. Just like when I do a store owner, when I'm, whenever I'm a loyal customer. I spoke about this once before. So, you know, one of the reasons why I smoke, because sometimes that's the only reason why I stop at the store, just to say hi, because there's nothing else in your sorry I want, but, I would get a Marlboro or something like this, and that gives me a chance to stop and say hi. Or just to let them know I'm still in the Philippines, I'm still missing you, like this. And so anyway, we did that, and hopefully, we will find a housekeeper that we're looking for. We found someone who was interested, and they wanted to come to work at 7 o'clock or 7:30, and go home at 10 in the morning because they have kids they want to take care of. Hey, like this. So me and I talked about it. I said, Mia, that's perfect. That's perfect because we don't have to worry about what they're doing if we're not here. We know that when they're here, they're working, and if she has a life and if this job can fit into her life, well, then that's perfect. They're making money. Mia is happy having someone help, especially wash clothes. Mia said the other day, I want to move. I said, why? This house is too big for me. I want to move. I said, no. Find a housekeeper. No, this house is perfect. I think it is for me. And the animals is just great. And now that we got 9 puppies, moving where, So anyway, okay. So with that, remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly and always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Woodson, formerly singing the Temptation once song, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, what? Never say no. That's right. Never say no. Okay, and treat him like a king. Okay, and now this past weekend, I have my best man's daughter and son over, Jack and Julia, and we went to the beach. And so watch this little footage here of what they came up with, you know. And okay, so remember, I'll always love you more. And may you live to be 100, and me minus a day. So I'll never know that nice people like you have gone away. I'll always love you more. That's from Frankie Crocker, WBLS FM. Peace. Okay.
Hi, Goggle.
Who is it, Ichiban? Ski. That's our guard. Ski. Who is it? Ski. Okay.
Chiban.
What is in there? Okay, Julia is handling the knife. I think she has the most experience of handling a knife
No, not really.
between the three of them.
Yes.
Or the four. Ichiban, get out of there. She's tapping.
I'm gonna try.
Everybody's waiting
Eh.
on bated breath to see what's happening. You can get the hammer, Raphael. I thought I gave you a hint.
Yeah. I'm getting it. It's better if you use Bio.
But I think if you go behind it, there's a muscle behind it.
Here?
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
Like right there.
That's what I tried.
You tried that already?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not budging open. It was open when we found it, and then I felt touched.
It closed because it was protecting this pearl.
If there is any, let's hope.
Raphael, did you find it?
Dude, try to speed up. You want the pearl?
Jack, your head's too close to that knife. Back away.
Ow.
Now you're acting like a monkey. That's what a monkey does when he tries to open it. Just bang it on the ground, hoping that it opens.
Yes.
Well, at least some monkeys use tools. They use a rock. Artists who artists who are river animals, you see them, they're known for floating on their back with clams and using a rock to crack it open. And even there are some other animals like seagulls who are known for picking them up, flying them up very high up, and then dropping them, knowing that when they hit the ground, they'll split open. So there are a number of animals that use tools to get these shells. And this is a human. Okay, back away, Jack, because I don't want pieces to splash. Okay.
Oh, this is a strong one.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I think there is.
what? What is it?
Before I saw it, it was open. Then
It closed?
yeah. When seriously, I think there is. Agree. When I get out. Stop when I pointed a stick, it closed. Oh my God.
Anticipation as they pry open this crustacean.
No.
What is it?
There is. Yes.
Oh!
Oh.
What?
No, we're not together.
Oh, Joya, don't make it dirty.
Don't say it.
There's Mama Mia over there handling her puppies. We're going to take a look over here in a second, see what she's doing. What?
No bye.
What is inside? You can eat that, you know.
Ew.
What do you mean, ew? You can eat that. That's very good.
Oh, the pearl wasn't done developing. Look.
Oh, look, Julia, see the baby pearl in there. It's underdeveloped. It takes a very long time.
Yeah.
They searched very thoroughly and they haven't found one yet.
Mm.
What are you doing now, Julia? Are you going to eat it?
I'm opening it to see if it's inside. That's tight.
See what's inside of it? Yeah. His heart, his liver, his blood. Okay, I think. What?
I thought there was a pearl. I was really happy to see
Oh. You know why she's really hurt? Because she's a girl and girls love pearls. Okay, let's go ahead and look at Mama Mia.
Girls love money.
Oh, yeah, well, girls love what, Joya?
Money.
Money. You heard it from out of the mouths of babes, a baby Filipino girl. Okay. Mama Mia, how are you doing, Mia?
I'm good.
We have no housekeeper. Housekeeper was supposed to come today, but she didn't show up. So Mia's taken care of. And look at the...
The paper.
There they are. There they are, the 4 musketeers. Only one has their ear up. We were going to sell them, but we're going to wait until all their ears are straightened up, because that way they look more like a German. It's so hot, they're not even moving. Okay, this is Gerard, and we'll be right back.